Good morning, and thank you for joining me for our final day of devotions today. We're continuing to read out of Luke chapter 18 today, beginning in verse 9 for this final parable of the week from Luke. It says, "He also told this parable to some who trusted in themselves that they were righteous and regarded others with contempt. 2 men went up to the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee, standing by himself, was praying thus, 'God, I thank you that I am not like other people, thieves, rogues, adulterers, or even this tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give a tenth of all my income.' But the tax collector, standing far off, would not even look up to heaven, but was beating his breast and saying, 'God, be merciful to me, a sinner.' I tell you, this man went down to his home justified rather than the other. For all who exalt themselves will be humbled, but all who humble themselves will be exalted." This again seems to be a repeat parable from one that we heard earlier about being a guest at a dinner. Those who exalt themselves will be humbled and vice versa. So pick a spot lower at the table so that you will be raised up by the host, rather than picking a spot too high when you'll be disgraced for exceeding your station. This is a little bit different take on that same lesson, and it highlights how putting yourself a little bit too high is really about putting others a little bit too low. If I was retelling this parable today, I wouldn't cast these characters as a Pharisee and a tax collector. I'd probably say an elder at a Presbyterian church, and I don't know, who's a tax collector-like figure today? A criminal of some kind, a crooked politician, someone who thinks they can get away with anything because they're above the law and who preys on the least of these. Maybe a credit shark or a scam artist. There's a good one, a scam artist. So these two, the Presbyterian elder and the scam artist, are praying, and the Presbyterian elder is, "God, I'm so grateful that I don't scam people out of their money. God, I'm so grateful that I go to church every week and I serve on all of these committees and I give my life to the church." And the scam artist is realizing the magnitude of the fraud that he's perpetrated and saying, "God, be merciful to me, a sinner." One of these people has an honest heart. The other one doesn't. Think about whether today you're more like the Presbyterian elder or the scammer, the Pharisee or the tax collector, because we are like different people, different days. So I hope that you will have some good thought and some good prayer that comes out of this, and that your heart will be open so that you can be honest and vulnerable with God. Would you join me in prayer? God, protect us from the pointing finger and malicious talk. Give us the courage to win over our enemies by our love and wear them down with grace. Amen. Have a blessed day.